Sylvia Rivera herself, a light in the dark where all other lights have gone out. Our first celebrity is a writer and advocate who publicly shared her teenage transition story over Replay in a video testimony at the Federal Project in 2011. Named a popular rock, she speaks out about the betrayal, struggles, and triumphs of transgender women, an issue very dear to this movement. Founded and runs the digital campaign and the hashtag Girls Like Us to empower trans women like myself and wrote about her quest to live visibly in Fish Fruit, a memoir published by Adrian Books of October 2013. She also tells stories from her life on her blog and hosts a relationships podcast called Missing Piece with her boyfriend, Sharon. She's inspired me, brought tears to my eyes, and above all, renewed my faith in sisterhood. Ladies and gentlemen, and others, please welcome Janet Bach.
Sharing this space with me here and kind of just speak and honoring me. I feel honored as a sister and as a friend. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the premature nature of this honor. I feel just it's been rewarding enough for me to just find my voice and find my community. Compared to many in this room, especially my fellow honorees, I feel like my accomplishments are slight, but I reluctantly accept this amazing honor. I'm never sure we actually. But I accept it while also acknowledging our brothers and sisters who have been jailed and beaten and killed and who have fought for rights that I've so benefited from, and also acknowledging unrecognized thousands whose quiet acts have changed lives, especially around. I think of someone like my best friend Wendy, who was the first person who were in 7th grade to taught me to work it. She was the first person to acknowledge me as a girl. I think of an endocrinologist in Hawaii who broke the law by giving me the medicine I needed at 15 years old so that I could be here right now, happy and fulfilled and excited. I know that in his lifetime he did the same thing for hundreds of other girls like me and guys as well. And I look at all of you in this room as well, who do the work every single day and who represent me in so many of my intersections. It's amazing to be in this kind of space to see yourself reflected truly. When I moved to New York 7 years ago, I did so without leading with the fact that I was trans. And for me, it was freeing because it was the first time in my life that I was able to just be me, and it was liberating. And with that advantage and that privilege that most people whose gender identity matches their assigned sex take for granted, I was able to learn about storytelling from some of the best journalists in the world. I got internships at magazines that I read growing up. I was the first person in my family to go to college and to get a master's degree. And I had my dream job at the time as an online editor for People magazine. For me, I was living my Carrie Bradshaw inspired magazine. Or so I thought. But, it's weird didn't have the same opportunities that I had growing up. They didn't have the same access that I did, things that I benefited from so much. They were victims of abuse. They were sexually lies in the dark. They were unable to support themselves without the help of any kind of employment, health care, or even a home, and who couldn't support themselves without the streets. I think of women like Paige Clay and Brandy Martell, who were murdered because they challenged society's portrait of what women is. And I think of Cece McConnell, who gloriously fought back against racist and transphobic brutality and ended up in prison for good. And I think of Lorena Fuller, whose story I will never forget because of the way the New York Times dehumanized her and her death. And I noticed all of these moments of injustices and successes, and so much more. And, you know, a year and a half ago, I would have been frustrated, but not done anything about it because I would have thought as if I had gone through my own life, too much in my own life to be able to anyone else's drama. And I was shaped by a religion that had me believe that I had gone through enough in my life and that I had to ignore the plight of my community. It took me many years, actually, to face myself and face my inherent shame and internalized shame, inherent fears about who I was. I walked around thinking that my transness limited me. I placed a shame above my own head, which I carried around with me for years. And it took me a long time to realize that just because we don't see stories and images that reflect us, doesn't mean that our voices are not worth hearing. And so last year, I spoke up. I spoke up and told my story and used my voice to show the world that girls like us were capable of so much more. So much more than living a life in the dark or being some man's sex object or his punching bag. So much more than this image of victimhood. Because from what I know, our history, we have always been agents in our own survival.